What's going on, young man? Davion, Shalamak, Yahweh Shishbagathah, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Shishbagathum, Yahweh Shemar Latha, Bashim Yahshua to the brothers and to the sisters. All right, we're gonna get class started today. Thursday scripture breakdown class. I'll be taking Captain Godalhart's place today. All right, today we're gonna talk about demons and faith. Demons and faith. All right. All right, we're going to talk about demons and faith. That's the topic today. All right. In the ISUPK, we absolutely are masters on fighting demons. All right. Demons is something that people in the world call demons. A demon can be depression. A demon can be, insecurity, being suicidal, having a demon of schizophrenia on you. With a woman, a demon can be you thinking your man has another wife, right? Believing things that aren't facts, things that aren't true. All right. So talk about demons and faith. All right. Shalom. Matham Yad Ban Yashikar. Shalom. Yahweh. Young man Davion. Shalom. Lord in Christ. Young man checking in. Make sure y'all share the class. Make sure y'all like the class. We live on Facebook and YouTube. All right. UPK priest, Officer Kodashiala. Shalom. I was good with you. Just let me share my screen real quick. I'm gonna share the scriptures on the screen for y'all one time. All right. 1 second. All right. One second. Hold on tight, y'all. We're gonna get it started. Young man Kev checking in. Shalom, Mark. Yahweh Shishbagathah. All right. Let me see. All right. Share screen. Share that. All right, y'all. We're gonna get it started. All right. I'm gonna put these precepts. Man. Let's see. All right, we're going to Luke 11 and 24. All right, Luke and 11 and 24. That's where we're going. Luke 11 and 24. See if y'all can see that. Yep. All right, so it says, let me see, let me go up a bit. Okay. Verse 24. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man. Okay, an unclean spirit is gone out of a man. Okay, a spirit. What is a spirit, right? To understand the concept of a spirit, a demon is not an angel. Okay, a spirit, a demon is something of his own, right? It's just a spirit. It's a spirit, and to understand the spirit, let's say a clear understanding of a spirit is the easiest way to put it is a football team, right? Young man Davion said an act. Like I'm assuming you're saying the way you behave. That's what it is right there. You understand? If somebody is a Dodgers fan, right? They're gonna have the blue jersey on. They're gonna have the hat on. They're gonna have the spirit of a Dodgers fan. You understand? The way they act, the way they behave themselves, the things they say, right? That's the spirit. All right. Now the a demon can put any kind of spirit on you, right? And a demon, what it's trying to do, he's trying to live in your body. He's trying to rest. He's trying to be in your house. He needs somewhere to live. That's how demons work. They latch onto people, right? If you see Commander General Yohana's lecture, he broke it down, excellent. Commander General Yohana broke it down, like you just watch that whole class and you'll understand demons. You understand? But they latch onto you, right? And you accepting a demon, that's how it gets that's how you invite it. You understand? So a spirit can be a weed demon, you know, a demon. It can convince you to smoke weed again. That's what a demon does. It convinces you to do something wrong, something, and when I say wrong, I mean something against the Most High. You understand? Or someone else can have a demon. A demon can come from someone outside of you. A demon can be in someone else, and they can be trying to convince you to do something wrong, like peer pressure, right? They have a demon on them. All right, looking down on your brother, that's a demon also. You understand? Demon is telling you that brother ain't nothing. That brother ain't never gonna get it right. You understand? So that's what a demon is. It's a spirit. It puts a spirit in you, a way of thinking. He walketh through dry places. All right. And that's a demon right there. He walking through dry places seeking rest. Like I said, a demon wants to live in your body. Meaning this demon here has left the body. How do you have a demon leave you? You no longer do what the demon wants you to do. There's going to be tension. There's going to be tension in your body. There's going to be a war in your body, a resistance. Why? Because a demon wants you to continue doing that. The demon needs to be convinced that you're not that person no more. You understand? Because as long as the demon knows, as long as he's convinced that you're still gonna smoke weed, it's gonna be harder for it. It's gonna take you longer for it to get rid of it. You understand? It's like a weed demon. The demon knows back in the back of your head you still want to smoke. He knows you're still kind of weak to being around people who smoke weed. And you shouldn't, that's not a bad thing. That's you fighting the demon. If you addicted to weed and you don't want to go hang out with your cousins in the world because they smoke weed because you're afraid you'll fall into the temptation, you're fighting that demon, and that's just a battle that later on you'll get stronger, and you'll beat that demon. You'll be able to be around people who smoke weed, but you gotta really uh, uh, know in yourself that you're not gonna listen to this demon. You understand? Because if you weak and he's convinced that you're not gonna stop, he's convinced that you can't change. He's just gonna stay with you. You understand? He's gonna stay with you. It's like um it's like when you fighting somebody, right? When you getting punked, when somebody gets punked, the bully, you got to convince the bully that you not playing, like you not gonna be pushing me around. As long as that bully is convinced that you can be punked and pushed around, he's gonna keep doing it. That's how a demon is. So you got to get aggressive with the demon and show the demon, look, I'm not doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with this. You understand? Now, of course, once that happens, is the demon goes to dry places, right? It could be like a bad habit, so people can understand. Okay, but in this case, we're talking about demons. We're talking about something that goes against the laws and the commandments of the Lord. You understand? You smoking weed, you sleeping with prostitutes, you stealing, uh, you out there gang banging, uh, you a sister, you doing OnlyFans, you know, the demon, you addicted to that money, that easy money, but you getting money in a sinful way. That's a demon on you. You understand? So once the demon leaves you, it's going through dry places because it needs somewhere to go. It needs somewhere to live. A demon cannot be unless it lives in something. Okay. And finding none, he saith, I will return unto my house whence I came out. And here you go again. That's when that urge comes back around to smoke that cigarette, to smoke that blunt, to go sleep with another man's wife because it just feels good, man. The adrenaline, you understand? Um, man, the urge to go and do OnlyFans again because it's easy money. I don't gotta work this 9 to 5. I don't gotta manage my money and save money. I can just go do OnlyFans and I'm getting paid. That's when that demon comes back in your mind. Man, you know, just go ahead and do it. And sometimes you're not really aware of the thoughts in your head, so you got to be aware of what's going on. We got to be aware of what's going on in our minds. You understand? And this can be anything from this can go from relationships, right? The demon telling the brother to leave his woman, you know, to leave her because she's sleeping with another man, or telling the sister leave your man. He has another wife. Even though it's not a sin, the demon game you up. You ain't gotta listen to that. You ain't gotta be in a UPK. Uh, your man can't handle another wife and all this other stuff. That's it sounds like your own thoughts, but that's really a demon. What does it want you to do? It wants you to sin, leave your husband. The demon wants you to sin, leave your wife. The demon wants you to sin, go do OnlyFans. A demon's purpose is to take your life, is to unalive you. That's the pleasure of a demon. You understand? So it goes back to try to move back in. It's trying to move back in your house. Verse 25. And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished, and you're clean. You ain't sinned. You've been in the truth. You've been keeping the commandments. You've been going to camp. You a sister. You've been cooking on the high holy days. You've been cleansing yourself of those old ways on how you used to be. You're not a loudmouth sister no more. You're not a sister who try to push your husband around and treat your kids bad and always screaming and yelling at your husband. You a brother. You understand? You no longer that brother. You don't sell drugs no more. You're more patient with your woman. You're more understanding. You don't let your woman push you around no more, right? You're not weak to your woman no more. Maybe in the world you were, right? You're not the old man no more. You cleaned up. You cleaned up your house a bit, right? It looks cleaner in there. The demons come back. It looks clean to that demon. He's like, damn, it looks good up in here. That when that demon left, you was filthy. Your temple was a mess because of that demon. It comes back and it's nice and clean. Verse 26. Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in. Why did they enter in? Because you have allowed that demon to enter in. Okay. You have fell to the temptation of that demon. That demon has convinced you to do the thing that you're not supposed to do, which is to sin and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. And all that demon is trying to do is trying to put you in a worse condition than you were before. You understand? So that's how demons work. Demons is something that they want to live inside you and dwell in your temple. You understand? But you gotta, how do you get them out of your temple? How do you get them out of you, you can't be one with the demon. You understand? Can't be one with the demon. How do you do that? You got to be sober-minded, clear-minded. All right. Let me see the next precept. Anybody got any questions? Oh, the brother said, priest Kodashi Allah said, if I may, out of one, Romans 7:23, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. That's right. That's what that right there is an excellent precept. Right? That's Paul talking about how he's talking about his old man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law. You understand? So that's just the war between flesh and spirit. You understand? Let me see. Let me go to the next precept real quick. Matthew's 8:28. Matthew's 8:28. If anybody has any questions, man, like ask your questions. Michaela Shalom says Yahweh Shemar Latib Hashem Shai from Sacramento. Mathumya Ben Yashikar says, Salaki, if I may, fasting works for demons. Khan, fasting works for demons. Okay. Fasting definitely works for demons. It helps you fight. It helps you fight the urge to do something that you absolutely need to do, which is to eat. You understand? So it trains your body to fight the urge to do the thing that you know you shouldn't be doing. You understand? The urge to sin. So if you can fight the urge to eat, then you're training your body to have the strength to fight the urge that demon is trying to get you to do. You understand? You're building discipline by fasting. But yes, fasting definitely works for demons. All right, let me see. Let me put his precept. Matthew's 8:28. 8:28. If anybody has any questions on demons on the topic, ask your question. Right here it says all right, so we here, right? Matthew's 8:28. Let's start from verse 27. Verse 28. And when he was come to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him two possessed with devils. So these two brothers were possessed with devils, with demons, okay? Possessed. What does possessed mean? To take control of. You're no longer in control. There's someone else in control of your body, of your mind. You're not telling your mind what to do. There's something in control of you. You understand? If you tell yourself, let me see an example that I was taught in the UPK was with cigarettes, right? Something we can all understand, right? Even if you don't smoke cigarettes. If you know that you're Ibadi Allah Shalom Akbar in Christ, if you know that if you know that you're gonna die because you keep smoking cigarettes, right? And you keep smoking a cigarette, even though you said you don't want to anymore, but you keep doing it, you're possessed. Something has possession of you that's making you do the thing that you know is going to take your life. So these men were possessed with devils, right? Coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce. It was mad as hell, crazy, not thinking with their minds, so that no man might pass by that way. Verse 29, and behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God? Now, this isn't the voice of the men. This is the voice of the demon in the men. Right. And it's like that nowadays. It's not something that's mythical and magical. You understand? People speak through demons all the time. Okay. If you have a rib and she's like, I want to eat pork, that's a demon on her. A demon has possession of her. She's possessed by a demon. If your wife is fighting with you about eating pork, she's possessed by a demon. You understand? If someone's fighting about you, fighting with you about you should smoke weed, why you stop smoking weed, man? You ain't the same, man. Man, you a weirdo, man. That's a demon on them attacking you, right? So that's how you got to see it. It's the men talking, but it's a demon speaking through the men. Or thou come hither to torment us before our time. Why are they saying, have you come to torment us before our time? We just spoke about it, right? Because what torments a demon is when it leaves you. It torments them. They're not comfortable anymore. You understand? When like someone who smokes cigarettes, that demon is comfortable. That demon is getting high. That demon is in that body, sucking on that tobacco, feeling good as hell. You understand? That demon is in that body, smoking that weed, feeling good as hell. Right? It's comfortable. It's living life. Right? But when you get the demon out of you, you're torturing that demon. The same way a demon tortures you through cigarette smoking, through weed. There comes a point in time where you don't want to smoke weed no more, but you can't let it go. And when you try to let it go, you're tormented. You're going through the withdrawals. You understand? You're going through the motions of letting go of that addiction. That's that demon leaving you. You understand? So, like, if I may, the word weirdo is a demon for sure. Yeah, you understand? That demon, that word weirdo in California is get a brother to knock your teeth out. You know, that's a word that is disrespectful. That demon's gonna use that word, right? So, that's why he's saying, "Have you come to torment us?" Because casting a demon out is torture to that demon. All right. Verse 30. And there was a good way off from them, and herd of many swine feeding. 31. So the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. See, they gotta go somewhere. Demons gotta go somewhere, man. They can't just be out and about. You know, it's like us with no food or no water. It's something that we absolutely need. We need water. We need food. Well, demons need somewhere to live. That's where they're like, we beg you, cast us into the pigs. Verse 32. And he said unto them, Go. And when they came out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea and perished in the waters. And that's to show you that demons, the goal of demons is to take away your life, because that's exactly what happened to these herds of swine. These herds of swine, once the demons entered these swine, they ran off the cliff and killed themselves, committed suicide. So that's what you got to understand. So that gives you an idea of a demon, man. You understand? Because of course, if you got a demon on you, it's not going to get you to jump off the cliff right away. You feel me? You're not an animal. A demon not just going to enter you. You're just going to scream and jump off a cliff. No, a demon got to convince you. A demon got to talk to you. Like Commander General Honda said, a demon talks to you like it's your friend. It talks to you like it's your friend. It don't talk to you like your enemy. It talks to you like your friend. You understand? Man, you feeling down? Man, yeah, man, I know, man. I know, man. You just got fired. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, it's all bad, man. You know what? Man, just go to that liquor store, man. Buy that alcohol, man. Now, is it a sin to drink alcohol? No. But for this example, That demon knows that when you drink alcohol, you uncontrollable. That demon knows when you drink alcohol, he'll have more power over you. You understand? So he's trying to lure you in. That demon's trying to lure you in. He's trying to bring you in, trying to bring you in close to the cliff so he can throw you off the cliff. You understand? Suicide. People are suicidal. That's a demon on people. They have been convinced to commit suicide, and the demon is convincing them, you're not worth nothing. You're worthless. Being depressed, being sad. Right now, it's nothing wrong. Now, depressed is being excessively sad, right? Depression is like a medical condition, right? Where you're just sad all the time. You're just depressed. You're not brushing your teeth. You're not cutting your hair. You're not cutting your toenails. You're not putting deodorant. You're not ironing your clothes. You're not washing your clothes. You just bummy. You just depressed, man. You don't have no motivation. You have no motivation to go to work, no motivation to go to the gym, no motivation as a sister to take care of yourself because you're sad and you're down and you're all the way sad, and that's a demon. Okay? That's a demon. It's trying to get you to unalive yourself. So how do you fight that demon? By first creating some goals. You understand? Having some short-term goals in your life. You understand? Brushing your teeth, having good hygiene, having thoughts that are not depressing, hopeful thoughts, realistic thoughts. You understand? Thoughts on, on like I don't want to say positive thoughts, right? But like just, thoughts of that lift you up. Any thoughts that are trying to put you down, that's a demon. Any thoughts that encourage you, that's like that's an angel. You understand? Absolutely. Seek counsel. But even with the counsel, if you don't follow the counsel, if you don't listen to the counsel, you understand? So absolutely seek counsel. And counsel is going to help you fight that demon. You understand? Counsel is going to help you fight that demon that you got, that suicidal demon, that demon of being afraid to talk to people, being afraid to talk to women. Uh, and a demon could be really anything. You understand? Let me see. I wanted to pull another precept. I'm trying to remember which one it was. See anybody got any questions? Nobody got no questions. All right. This is the last precept, and then we're going to go into the faith. All right. 1 Peter 5:8. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about. See, Satan is walking about up and down into the earth. That's what it said in Job. You understand? Satan is walking up and down, trying to get people to sin, trying to get people to be depressed, to take their lives, to not have hope, to leave their relationships, to raise bad children, to be illogical, to be immoral, to hate each other, everything opposite of what the scriptures say. Not love your mom, hate your brother, eat junk food all day, don't care about your health, all that. That's all Satan. Satan don't play. He's going to use what Satan don't give a damn, man. He's going to use whatever he can use to take your life. You understand? He don't care if he make you you know, eat donuts every now and then. You understand? He's trying to do something to you. He's trying to take your life. Now, is eating donuts bad? No. But I'm just trying to let y'all understand how Satan works. Okay. Satan been here longer than us. He's been here, you know, we've been here, we've been reincarnated, but Satan hasn't. You understand? He knows your past life and your past life and your past life. He knows how you work. All right. So we got to be sober, clear-minded. Now, this ain't talking about you're not supposed to drink alcohol. Okay. You can drink alcohol and be sober-minded still. Being clear-minded, being able to think correctly, make right decisions, right? You're still able to talk, you're still able to think rationally, right? And be vigilant, be watchful. Once again, you gotta be watchful in your mind. You understand? You gotta examine the situation and say, is what I'm about to do against the law or with the law? It's that simple. Now, of course, if it's something that you can't really decide on, seek counsel. And then the counsel will help you with the knowledge that you need moving forward. And then you'll get built up. You get built up to where eventually you won't need so much counsel because you've been taught and you've been raised. You understand? Because your adversary, the devil, is talking about Satan, as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking who he may devour, meaning unalive. He's trying to see whose life he can take. Verse 9, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. You see, when you're in the world, you're not really fighting no demons. You're just going with the flow. People in the world, they just serving their flesh. They want to eat pork, they just gonna eat it. They want to smoke a cigarette, they want to smoke weed, they're gonna do it. She want to have sex with 3 men in one night, she just gonna do it. You know, she want to abort her children. She's going to do it. They're not really they're not fighting the temptation. And when they try to fight it, Satan doesn't really have to do much to convince them. He'll have the doctor say, "Oh, well, uh, Satan used a white man to have that doctor tell you that it's okay to get an abortion." You understand? So people in the world are just walking zombies, sinning carelessly. But once you come into the truth and you start waking up, that's when Satan starts putting more pressure on you. Because okay, he's recognizing that you're learning how he functions and how he works. So now he's gonna level up his game because you're leveling up your game. You understand? Yaraga Bar Shalom from North Cal. Shalom Aquathian Aquath. You understand? So that's how Satan works. So what does that tell you? You got to keep growing in this truth and in life, period. Don't ever settle. Don't ever say, okay, I've reached the peak of 100% strength. I've reached the 100% level of fighting demons, aka temptations, unwise decisions. Now, making an unwise decision is not a demon, but it can help the demon. You understand? It can help the demon. It's a liability. You understand? It's a liability. Okay, to make unwise decisions because a demon is going to attack you. You understand? If you lose your job, if you go and quit your job, and now you come home, you don't got rent money, you don't got food for the kid, and your rib is not a sister who is not a solid sister. Satan's going to use her. Satan's going to use the situation to hurt you. See what I'm saying? So you got to be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because Satan is always working to get you out this truth. And he'll play the long game with you. He'll play the long game. It's never going to stop. Satan was never going to stop tempting you. You understand? That's what we got to get. It's never over. It's never done. This is until you live. So you just got to have that mindset. You understand? Don't ever think, okay, I'm good now. No. You understand? It's always and forever. All right. Uh Now in the kingdom, I don't know. It's gonna be less. I would say less, but I would have to get that breakdown. But I'm saying right now, in this situation, Satan is he's always in the court trying to get points on you. All right. So with that, anybody has any questions on that topic? No questions. Baba Kashah, make sure y'all like and share the class. All right. Now we're gonna go into faith. Go into some scriptures on faith. All right. We're gonna go to Matthew 14 and 22. Matthew 14 and 22. All right, so it says, and straightway Yahushua constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. Verse 23. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. Verse 24. And the ship was now in the midst of the sea. You see, so the disciples are in the midst of the sea now. And it's night. It is dark now. Okay. Tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary, meaning there was a storm. Okay. Verse 25. And in the fourth watch of the night is damn near like the peak of the morning. It's still dark, but it's not morning yet. Okay. Think about 4 quarters. All right. The fourth watch of the night, Yahushua went unto them walking on the sea. Now Christ was walking on the sea. Okay, we gotta think about that. How crazy that is. You know. Now it's not really that crazy when you I mean, it's crazy that we're floating in space. That's crazy. You understand? It's crazy that when you look at the world through the perspective of being in outer space, that's a miracle in itself. You understand? The sky, the the science of nature, the science of the body, procreating, all that is amazing. When you really think about life is an amazing thing. The fact that you can speak, say words which are sounds, and you can understand it with meaning. That's crazy. You understand? So when you think about it like that, walking on the sea is more like, okay, it's not something that's impossible, because the there's something called the sun that rises up every day and is not burning us to death. When you think about it like that, it's not that hard to fathom. But because we're so distracted with social media and the internet, and we're not really living. You understand? Uh we're just like being like dumbed down with all this technology. Technology is good and all that, but we're not living life. You understand? To its full potential. Verse 26. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying it is a spirit. So the disciples thought it was a demon. They just freaking out, right? And they cried out of fear. But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if thou be, bid me come unto thee on the water. Right? So Peter's like, if it is you, then let me go walk to you on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua. Verse 30, but when he saw the wind boisterous, so Peter is walking on the water now. Why? Because he had faith. He believed. First, he believed because he saw Christ on water. So he said, okay, if it's you, then let me go walk to you. So Peter believed that it was Christ. So he said, okay, if it's him, then that means I can walk on water. And he's walking on water. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid. But then the wind blew, the storm, he heard the sound of the storm or whatnot, and he got scared. He got scared. And beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. You see, fear is against faith. You can't have faith and fear. You understand? First, you need faith. Faith is in the mind. Okay, and that's where a demon comes in too, because a demon will attack your faith in your mind before you can do it. Before you can take action, which is what Peter did. He walked. He went out. He got out. He physically got out the boat, walked on the water physically. But before that, he had to fight the demon, telling him he can't walk on water. But because he was with Christ, it wasn't that difficult. We all have, to make it more realistic, stories in our head. You can't do this. You can't do that. You're not good enough. You understand? You're still the same person, right? You can't do that. You're not smart enough. That's a demon. Now, somebody will say, scientists will say that's your voice, whatever, that's your voice, your thoughts. It's a demon. It sounds like your own thought, but it's a demon trying to hold you back from what? From taking action. Now, the action that I'm talking about is doing the work of the Lord, right? That's what I'm talking about. But of course, this can go into your own personal life with your own personal goal, right? But I'm talking about the work of the Lord. And if you're afraid, you can't do the work of the Lord. Because if you're afraid, then you don't have faith. Okay? You can't walk on water if you're afraid that you're going to sink. You got to believe that you can walk on water and then walk on water. That's what Peter did. But then the fear came, the doubt came. And beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. Verse 31, and immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou little faith, where didst thou doubt? You see, doubt, that comes from fear. You understand? Fear. All right, that's what we got to understand. We got to understand that in order to have faith, you can't have fear. All right, Christ did not have fear. Peter did not have fear. You understand? You got to have no fear in order to have faith. All right. Now let me go to what was I gonna get? Let me get this other one real quick. Matthew 17 and 21. Right, 17 and 21. Because in this truth, man, you got to take action. You got to act. You got to do. That's what you have to do. You got to go to camp. You have to go to camp. You have to do a class. You have to do this class. You understand? Faith is action. Faith is what you do. You can think all day and plan all day and tell yourself things all day, right? But if you're not doing it, then your belief, your faith is it really there is no proof of it. You understand? So let's go to Matthew 17 and 21. Howbeit this verse 20. All right, let's go to verse 20, Matthew 17 and 20. All right, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Are we back? So where were we? All right, Matthew 17 and Matthew 17 and 20, right? 20. Let's go to let's go to verse 17. Then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. So Christ was annoyed because, his disciples were not learning as this is something that they should have already had, which was faith to cast his demon out. So he was like, how long I got to be here to teach you, right? And Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Now, Christ was a brother just like me and you. He was, if you're a sister, he was a human. He wasn't some special being. He had the same body you have: heart, lungs, hair, nails, going through the same motions, stress, living, the same thing you going through. He was just like us. He was our brother. But he served the Most High perfectly, though. And there's a saying: if you want to be the best, all you really gotta do is copy the best. Do what the best do. If you want to be the best in sales, you go look for somebody who's an amazing salesman, and you do exactly what he did. You're gonna be amazing. If you want to be a brother who's Like with Kobe. Kobe studied Michael Jordan. That's why Kobe's so. That's why Kobe was such a great player, because he studied Michael Jordan. So Kobe became great. You get my point? So if you in this truth and you want to do it right, you got to follow the great. That's Yahweh Shah. You understand? Verse 19. Then came the disciples to Yahweh Shah apart and said, why could we not cast him out? Verse 20. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, because of your unbelief. You see that? Because of your unbelief. The disciples didn't believe that they could cast this demon out. They didn't believe it. They had doubt in their mind. They didn't have faith. The brothers who went out there to Mexico, who drove through cartel territory, you understand, to go feed the Haitians, that was an example of faith. They had faith. They got together on the quickness, got these trucks, put the water, food in there, went and bought the food. There was no doubt. There was no, oh, maybe we can do it. Man, I don't know. No, they have full faith. And behind that faith, guess what? That demon, the demon couldn't get to those brothers. Captain Yatazak, I believe he's under Captain Kahan, Yad, and the brothers under Captain Yatazak, and the other captains who are there with Captain Yatazak. The demon wasn't able to convince him to not do it. The brothers had that faith. They said, nah, we going. Boom. They went out there, did that, drove through the cartel territory, got good, got there safe, fed the Haitians, spoke the word of God to the Haitians, gave the Haitians food. And guess what happened? People came out. Mexicans came out with cameras. They ended up on the news and they got home safe. That was faith. But the disciples, they didn't have the faith at this time. They had unbelief. Why? Because they was learning. The disciples was brothers too. They wasn't from college and educated like Paul was, right? Paul, not hating on Paul, but Paul was an educated brother. These brothers was not like that. These was rough cats learning from Christ. And he said, because of your unbelief, you couldn't cast this demon out. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed. A mustard seed, if y'all don't know, is a tiny seed. It's a real tiny seed. So you got to think about the heaviness of what Christ is saying. He's saying, if you have faith, if you believe in this truth, if you believe in the Most High, if you believe, in the prophecies in the scriptures, if you believe what Christ said, that you will do greater things than him. Guess what? If you believe as much as a mustard seed, if your faith is this tiny, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove. Now that is crazy for you to tell a mountain to move and the mountain moves. You understand? That's not possible to us. And that's an amazing thing. And Christ said, all you need is this much faith. Imagine if your faith was the size of an orange. Imagine what you could do. Christ was a master teacher, man. And he's letting his disciples know, look, all you need is faith. You got to believe. And it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Now, the Bible's so heavy, man. If you go read books on studies on confidence, on just if you go look up a book, or you can look this up through Google, when you read things based on science, and when you read things based on studies on science, me personally, I always, it's just the truth, but I always understand, like, damn, Christ said this years ago. You understand? The Bible said this years ago. And it just shows you that this is the truth. Can't nobody say this book ain't real. This book is just written by a man. Those people are ignorant. Okay. Back to the topic. And nothing shall be impossible unto you. Because once you got faith, you can do anything. You understand? And you got to use that faith to what? To do the work of the Lord. There's always something stopping you as a trooper. There's always something stopping you as a young man. There's always something stopping you as an officer, etc. And it's 9 times out of 10 is a demon trying to stop you. Trying to stop you from doing what you got to do. From posting that TikTok video, posting that Instagram reel, making it to the high holy day, making it to the Passover. You understand? And we all know that precept that says faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. You can say you got faith. You can say you believe in Christ. You believe in the Most High. You believe in God. But your works, the things that you do, show that you do not believe in God. You don't believe in God. You are possessed by a demon because you're eating pork. You're eating shrimp. You're celebrating Christmas. That's a demon, that you're possessed by a demon. Someone who has faith is what? Someone who obeys God. And that shows through their actions. This person is not going to go into the restaurant and eat pork. This person is not going to go to the restaurant and eat shrimp, even under pressure. You don't eat shrimp. You don't eat pork. You don't celebrate Christmas. That's when you got to have faith. That's when you got to have confidence. You understand? Faith and confidence. Nah, I don't eat shrimp, pork, man. I don't do that. I serve Christ. They're gonna be like, damn. The way he said it was like the brother's sure of himself. Can't be all, yeah, yeah, I believe in God, I don't celebrate Christmas, You're like, man, the hell? You a weirdo, man. Nah, hell nah. That's why Christ said, let your light shine. Christ said that. Christ said, let your light shine. You understand? A city put on a hill cannot be a candle lit cannot be put under, I'm paraphrasing, under a table, because that's how you got to be. If you're a brother, you can't be dim and low. You can't have the lights dim. You got to be bright. You got to be bright. And the Bible's so beautiful. The light correlates with faith. Light correlates with the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Light, man. You got to be bright. You can't be out there afraid to serve the Most High. You can't be shy about serving the Most High. I'm not saying to shove it in everybody's face, but you got to be confident in what you do, confident in this truth. You got to be. If you're not confident, it's not gonna work. You understand? Got to be confident, man. Confident. That's faith. Confidence is another like attribute to faith. Confidence, self-assured. You know, faith, man. Faith is works, is what you do. All right. Let's see, anybody got any questions? Still some more precepts, man. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, we still got time. Let's go into this other one. Matthew 18 and 15. Now, we all know this precept, but it's a good precept to touch on demons and faith. All right, Matthew 18 and 15. Matthew 18 and 15. Moreover, Let me see. If thy brother shall trespass against thee, if thy brother offend thee, in this truth, this is how we fight them demons. Because and I'll say this, man, like Commander General Honda said something heavy. I don't know if y'all caught it, but he was saying how when people go to war with each other, they always attack that thing that is their main thing, right? That holds it together. And in this truth, the main thing in this truth is brotherhood, loving one another, brotherhood. So Satan is always going to attack that. He always wants to have people hating each other. You understand? He always wants people against each other. And that's why this precept is so heavy. If thy brother shall trespass against thee, if your brother trespass against you, if you're a sister and the sister trespassed against thee, she does something that you didn't like, that offended you. You understand? Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. Go and tell her, you and her alone. Not in front of everybody. Don't go and gossip. Oh, she did this to me. She's so, I can't stand her. Oh man, this brother fake, man. He a sucker, man. He did this, he did that. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect that. I ain't no sucker, man. He ain't gonna talk to me like that. We don't do that here. That's stuff that's in the world. That's how people get unalived. That's how friendships get broken. That's how brotherhood gets broken. That's how families get broken. My family in the world, all they do is talk about each other. That's all they do. That's all our families do in the world. Talk about one another, gossip about this person's business, this person's misfortune. It's sick. It's sick. Not in the truth. We don't do that in the truth. Why? Because we're the nation of God. You understand? We're a family. We're a nation, and we're rebuilding the nation. We're rebuilding the nation of the Most High righteously. You understand? To not be like our families, because our families don't have the Most High. They have what? They have Satan. You understand? But let me continue. You go and tell him or her your transgression, right? If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. If that brother says, Salakia, Salakia, sis, my fault. I didn't mean to. You good. You're solid. No sweat. Dab it up. No sweat, sis. Sisters talk it out. Boom. She heard you. Okay. Y'all go back. Cool. But now if he's like, or if she's like, nah, I don't think you're right, or you took it the wrong way, or not, brother. You're not thinking right, brother. You think you drink too much alcohol, and then after they apologize, they didn't hear you out. Hey, brother, you offended me, man. I don't like the way you did that. You know, I don't like the way you grabbed that drink out my hand. You snatched it, man. Oh, brother. You know, I think you're tripping. I think you're a little bit drunk, but my fault. He didn't hear you out. Your sister, hey, says I noticed that I noticed you came in the room. You said hi to everybody else, but not to me. Sis, you taking it the wrong way, but Salakia, she's not hearing you out. Now, I'm not saying who's right. You understand? The sister, you don't know who's right, right? That's the example I'm giving. Now that's a demon. Okay, that's a demon trying to cause discord. The demon could have gone into that sister's head and said, "Oh, she said hi to everybody, but not you." She said, and you know she don't like you, sis. That's the demon talking to that sister. You know she don't like you. She'll never say shalom to you. Now it takes faith. It takes faith. Why? Because if you got faith, you got works, right? If you believe in Christ, then you got to do what Christ said to do. So you got to go to her and you alone. That's what you got to do. That shows you got faith in Christ. But now if you don't got faith, you're not gonna take her to the side. You're gonna go gossip about it. Man, she'll never say shalom to me. I don't like that, sister. right? It could go both ways with the Akim. You understand? That's a demon on you. You lacking the faith. Khan, you do salute the brothers by rank, but if you don't know, just go ahead and salute the Akim. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, you don't gotta be you don't have to be kind of just not knowing. You can just dab a brother up, and the brother will tell you, but Khan, it is our protocol to dab brothers by rank. Um, but yeah, see, so that you got the demon aspect, and then you got the faith aspect. Or the sister who didn't say shalom to the sister, she could have a demon on her. I ain't gonna say shalom to her because she always looking at me a certain way. That's a demon on her. So now what happens? When the sister don't hear her out, verse 17, verse 16. But if he would not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of two or three witnesses every word may be established. And that's when we go to counsel. And there's nothing wrong going to counsel. It's not a sin. It's not wrong. Don't think you're doing something wrong, please. It's not wrong, man. Now the sister or the brother might take it wrong. Oh, why you want to go to counsel? You never know. Or he might not. He might say, hey brother, we got to go to counsel then because we have a disagreement. No sweat, brother. It's all good. Boom. No sweat. And then in the council is where that demon gets cast out. So that we can what? Be one again. Be brothers and sisters again and move on. Now, this isn't saying to not talk, to not communicate and congregate, because of course we are a congregating nation. We have high holy days. We drink wine, we eat, we laugh, we have fun. There's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. That's why this law is put in place by Christ. Because things happen. People say things. People get offended. People don't. These are put here. Why? Because we are human beings. You understand? These things are put in place to keep us in harmony, man. All right? But you got to take that brother to the side. You got to take that sister to the side. That's your faith part. That's your action. You might be walking over there about to take her to the side and something happens. You get scared. Nah, never mind. She's gonna think I'm tripping. He's gonna think I'm tripping. You got to fight that. You got to do what Christ said to do and not do what you want to do, what that demon is trying to convince you to do. You understand? One second. All right, let's see. Slocky. All right. So with that, man, that's the end of the class. I don't know if anybody has any questions. If anybody got any questions, before I clip the class. If not, the water to everybody who tuned in, to the Akim, to the Akwathian. All right. The water for tuning in. Let me see. Trooper Halak checked in. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Nobody got no questions. All right. Shalom Yahweh Bashin Shburger Thumb. Yahweh Shamar Lathum Bashim Yashai. Abadi Allah, you got a question? Go ahead, Ak. What's your question, Abadi Allah? Is there any so-called rank amongst demons, or is that there is ranks among demons? Yes, there's ranks among demons. Um, Okay, you could say I don't want to speak on it, but from what I remember, Khan thinking about that precept where the demon said he went and got spirits more evil than him. But I don't know if I can say that's a rank. This demon is more wicked than this one or more power, but that's something I would just ask Cap Gadolhar or the Wagabar or Jenner Hyman in the scripture breakdown class. I don't really want to touch on it, but I've heard about it, but I can't really touch on it. I never asked that specific question. All right. No sweat. Now that I remember, I mean, yeah, there is ranks in demons, right? There's definitely ranks. There's definitely ranks. Some demons are stronger than other ones, right? Some demons are a lot stronger than other ones. I'll say that. Okay. All right. No sweat. Shalom. Shalom, yo.